Johnson's Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, Dick LeGrand, Bud Steffen, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. Music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Ladies, do you realize that all the beauty of printed linoleum is on the surface? That means that all the brightness and gaiety is first to go when printed linoleum wears. Too bad when it happens, but it doesn't have to happen for years. For you can reduce wear on all kinds of linoleum almost to the vanishing point if you cover it regularly with Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat. That's a strong statement, but true. For this wonderful floor wax not only keeps linoleum shining like sunlight, it also forms a hard protective coating that, regularly applied, makes linoleum wear 6 to 10 times longer. I'll say that again. Glow Coat, regularly applied, makes linoleum last 6 to 10 times longer. For when Glow Coat's on the floor, wax takes the wear. Patterns and colors keep on smiling through that wear-resistant Glow Coat luster. So save your linoleum. Don't let its beauty and attractiveness wear away another day under grinding feet. Get a can of Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat tomorrow at your dealers. Maybe Mr. McGee is just not a ladies' man, but it's a fact that up till now, neither Dame Fortune nor Lady Luck have ever flirtatiously dropped their scented handkerchiefs as they passed him.
Oh, sure.
We say up till now because he's just come up with a get-rich idea that has distinct possibilities. Possibilities for what? We don't know. So let's listen to Fibber McGee and Molly.
And I'll freely admit, kiddo, that in the past I've had a lot of ideas that didn't pan out, but this one is really a pip. You promise to keep it confidential?
Certainly, dearie. Compared to me, a clam is a master of ceremonies. You know what my mother always used to say?
What?
She used to say nobody ever got caught in a shut trap.
Well, you just bear that in mind, Tootsie. So when people come up to the window of your purple chauffeur-driven limousine with the leopard upholstery and ask you how I made all my dough, you just play coy. Pretend you don't know.
Pretend, he says.
Boy, oh boy, I got a project here that'll have snarling Ed McDonald at the Third National Bank gnashing his teeth. Why, we'll be so rich. Look, kiddo, do you know how fine paper is made?
Yes, out of cloth.
Right. But did anybody ever think of reversing the process and making fine cloth out of paper?
Cloth out of paper. Heavenly days. How on earth?
You see, Snooky, nobody's ever done it simply because nobody ever thought of it before.
But how do you know it can be done?
My gosh, nobody knows whether anything can be done before they try it. What if Wilbur and Orville Wright had just sat down and said, what do we know about electricity? Let somebody else invent the telegraph.
I guess that would have been the first case on record where two rights made a wrong.
Now, here's what I'm going to do. I got a pile of papers and magazines on the back porch, you see. I'm going to pulp them up, mix them with the right chemicals, and make cloth.
What kind of cloth?
Oh, it depends on the kind of paper I use for the mixture, Tootsie. Well, ain't that obvious? For night shirts, I'll use evening papers. For horse blankets, I'll use old racing forms. For prison uniforms, I'll use time and life. My gosh. Any number of different... No, remember, not a word to this to anybody.
I'm trying not to even think of it myself. Come in. Oh, it's Dr. Gamble, McGee. Come in, Doctor.
Thank you, my dear. Hello, wind tunnel.
Doctor, would you consider dropping your private practice and accepting a retainer of $50,000 a year and devoting your entire time to being I and Molly's personal physician?
Buster, somebody has been spiking your root beer. Or else you're out of your head, and if you'll take my advice, you won't get back into it because it must be very lonesome in there.
No, he's serious, Doctor. He has an idea which he thinks might make us rich.
Again? And what is this idea that's going to make Fort Knox install extra burglar alarms?
Well, he's not telling anybody, Doctor.
Oh, well, I can tell Doc. All doctors have to take a hypocritical oath not to divulge what patients tell them.
That's Hippocratic, stupid.
Oh, yeah. From the word hippopotamus. Well, Hippo, here's the angle. You know that fine paper is made out of cloth.
I've heard rumors to that effect.
Well, himself is going to reverse the process, Doctor. He's going to make fine cloth out of paper.
That reminds me, I have to rush back to the hospital. I have a delirious patient there, too.
Oh, so I'm a delirious, am I? Well, you see old Doc's face when he has to start treating me for being seasick on my private yacht.
Oh, dear.
Well, I'm going to work, kiddo. Can I use your big wash boiler?
Oh, pray do. May I ask what for?
I'm going to boil a batch of paper. The process calls for boiling and pulping the paper in a strong solution of sulfate to bust up the fibers, you see. So, hey, we got any sulfate?
I don't know. What is sulfate?
I don't know. Some kind of a chemical. I'll have Kramer's drugstore send some over. 100 pounds ought to be enough. To start, or maybe 100 gallons if it's a liquid. Maybe if I... Dad, it, how can I get any work on my new idea if everybody keeps clanging at the door? Clang, clang, clang.
Well, I don't know, lover, but the more interruptions there are before you start boiling unknown chemicals in my kitchen, the better I'll like it. Come in.
Clang, clang, clang. Oh, it's Ole, the janitor from the Elks Club. Hi, Ole.
Hello, Ole.
Well, hello, missus. Hello, McGee. I used come by to tell you. You was appointed to chairman of Halloween Party Committee.
Oh.
I was? You hear that, Molly?
Yeah.
I'm appointed to the Elks Club Halloween Party Committee.
Chairman, too.
Huh?
I guess they know how much time you spend sitting down, McGee.
That ought to be fun, McGee.
Yeah, but I ain't going to have time to work on the committee. I'm going to be busy making cloth.
Bessie doing what?
It's a secret, Ole.
Oh, not from Ole. Ole's very discreet. Hey, Ole?
Well, as janitor of the Elks Club, I got to learn to keep secrets. Now, maybe some members don't want his wife to know that he lost $3.50 last Thursday night playing cribbage with Doc Gamble. Hey, McGee?
Well, I'm glad you're not the talky kind, Ole.
Thanks, missus. It's a good thing I don't gossip. Last week I was investigated by FBM.
My God. You mean the FBI?
No, FBM, Fuller Brochman. He wants to know why my missus accepts so many free samples and don't buy no brochures. But my wife, she don't gossip either, so he was just donating his time.
Billy Mills in the orchestra and Laura Bell Lee.
Well, this is it, kiddo. I got enough papers here to start with, I guess. The sulfate is all mixed and on the kitchen stove, and we're off on the road to fame and fortune.
Well, drive slowly this time. That first turn is a dilly.
I've been waiting all my life for an idea like this one. Why, it's so big, it makes me feel sort of reverent. Makes me want to sort of bow my head a minute.
I feel like ducking mine, too. I've been hit by so many million-dollar ideas of yours that I'm getting skittish. When I think what you always do to my kitchen, why, company, dearie, probably just the yacht salesman.
Oh, now watch it, kiddo. Now play it cagey. If them textile makers have got word of this already, no telling what they're liable to find.
No, it's just Milton from Kramer's Drugstore, McGee. Come in.
Oh, Milt Spilk. Well, come in, Milt. Can you keep a secret, boy?
Oh, sure, Mr. McGee. In the drugstore business, you got to keep secrets. I don't talk.
Good boy.
For instance, I've never told anybody that Mr. McDonald at the bank wears a girdle. I don't talk.
Old McDonald? No kidding.
Reason I know, he come in the drugstore the time the zipper stuck, and me and Uncle Ed had to butter him to get him out of it. We only charged him for the butter, of course.
I see. That's kind of gilding the lily, a guy as tight as he is wearing a girdle. But anyhow, Milt, here's the secret. Now, for years now, they've been making paper out of old rags, you see.
They have?
Yeah.
Gosh, I won't tell a soul, Mr. McGee. If people ever found out...
No, Milton. People already know that. That's not it.
No, the point is, nobody's ever thought of doing it backwards and making cloth out of old paper. Until now.
Gee, money.
Yeah.
Cloth out of old paper.
Yep.
That's a sensational idea, Mr. McGee. Boy, you sure think 'em up.
Yep.
He sure is a brain, Mrs. McGee. I wish I could think 'em up like him.
I wish you could think them up instead of him.
Well, if I can help you with this new idea, Mr. McGee, you just call on me. My chemistry teacher says I'm getting to be just like you, Mr. McGee.
Really? Well, now, you could do worse, Milton.
Well, that's what I keep telling him, but he just scowls and shakes his head. He wrote Uncle Ed a note today, something about me not standing up straight enough.
Oh, your posture's pretty good, Milt, for your shape.
I got the note here. It says, Mr. Kramer, if Milton doesn't watch himself, he'll grow up to be as stooped as Mr. McGee.
Stooped?
Yeah, it says right here. S-T-U-P-I-D. Uh-oh, I better go. Goodbye now.
Remind me to have our school system investigated, Molly. If that's the kind of stuff they teach our youngsters. Hey, help me carry these papers out to the kitchen, will you? Come on.
Yes, master. I hope you don't ruin my wash boiler because... What in the world is in it?
That's the solution I'm going to cook the papers in. Sulfate. Dump them into it, kiddo.
Sulfate?
Yep. Lucky I had plenty of sulfur left over from that idea I had for making matches that time. That idea that would have revolutionized the match business only for two things.
What two things?
Well, one, the matches I turned out cost me $1.50 a piece to make, and two, they wouldn't light. Let me stir the papers in good. Boy, oh boy, what an idea this is. Edison, Ford, and McGee, the three greatest...
Hiya, Molly. Hiya, pal.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Hi, Junior. Excuse me if I seem busy. I am.
What's cooking, pal?
I'm boiling a batch of newspapers, Junior.
What did he say, Molly?
Said he's boiling last week's papers, Mr. Wilcox.
Oh. Well, what's new with you, Molly?
Not a thing, Mr. Wilcox. Just routine as usual. How about you?
Oh, same here, Molly. Well, I'd better get along. I guess I just dropped in for a minute.
You think I ought to tell Wilcox about it, Molly? He's a friend.
No, I gotta go, pal. Can't stay.
You said it was a secret, dearie, but if you...
well, Junior can keep a secret.
I can.
Are you sure?
Why, sure. Plenty of people would like to know the secret of Junior's success in the wax business, but he don't tell them. He keeps quiet.
I do not keep quiet. I blab my head off, and you know it.
Huh? I don't mean about...
I'm always telling people how Johnson's self-polishing glow coat is America's favorite floor polish. And why? Because glow coat is the finest self-polishing floor wax money can buy. That's why.
He was leaving, and you had to
For
open
15
your...
years. For 15 years, I've been spilling that secret right here in your living room.
Yeah, but
I've been telling people about Glow Coat every week. And believe me, pal, the way yours and Molly's friends take my advice and buy it, No wonder Glow Coat is used in twice as many homes as any other floor polish.
My friends? You mean Doc Gamble and the trivia podcast?
No. I mean all our friends, pal. I'm not shy about saying thanks to those friends for their loyalty to us and to Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat.
Yeah.
And I make no secret of the fact that they're doing themselves a favor, too.
Yeah, sure, but this process of mine will
Because a new Glow Coat with a new glow will give their floors a shine like they've never had before. It's no secret.
Yeah, but making cloth out of old paper...
That's a beautiful gleaming finish. Glow Coat gives the floors linoleum. Protects them against dirt and dust and spill things.
Yeah, but what that...
Like that gunk you're cooking there. See, Glow Coat needs no rubbing, buffing.
Look,
It's the greatest... It is.
Look, Waxy.
Yes, pal.
You said you had to go, Mr. Wilcox. You promised.
Well, I do, kids. But one question, pal. What are you making?
This? Why, this is a new recipe I worked out for goulash, Junior. Half losh and half goo. You care for a bowl?
No, thanks, pal. It smells like a pot full of boiled newspapers. So long, Molly.
One of the nicer things about getting rich off of this idea of mine is the thought of letting Wilcox talk to the servants after this. Incidentally,
Yes?
Look, we got to keep our heads when the offers start rolling in here, kiddo.
Yes.
When them DuPont people start banging on the front door with briefcases full of $1,000 bills, do you think I'm going to grab the first $10 million they offer me?
Yes.
You said it. Well, even $10 million isn't...
Ah, here they come. Come in. Oh, it's His Honor, Mayor Latrivia. Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hi, Latriv.
Hello, Mrs. McGee. McGee? Is your house on fire, McGee?
No, I'm working on a secret process, Latrivia.
Secret, he says.
Oh, it's quite a big secret, Mr. Mayor. He's got everybody in town helping him keep it. Tell the Mayor, McGee.
Okay, promise you won't repeat it, Latriv.
On your honor, Your Honor.
I'll go farther than that. I promise not to even listen if you want.
Oh, no, you can listen. Listen. Everybody knows they make paper out of old cloth, you see. But what if a guy told you that he had a process for making cloth out of old paper? What would you think?
I think his name was McGee. Fibber McGee.
Yeah, you're so right.
Yep. Well, that's all I can tell you now, boy. Now, what's new with you?
Well, the biggest news I have, McGee, is that I won the City Hall golf tournament yesterday. Surprised everybody.
Good for you, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, I really brought home the bacon.
Seems like an odd prize for a golf tournament, Latriv. Was that what you won?
Was what I won?
The bacon you brought home from the tournament.
Yeah. If you brought home the bacon,
No, Yes. Yes, my prize was a whole side of it. Sugar-cured Southern bacon.
Huh?
That's why I dropped in, to ask you both over for breakfast tomorrow morning. Good day.
Well, I must say.
Yeah, must be getting damp outside. Things are pretty soggy when we can't build a fire under that guy. Oh, well, where was I when he came in?
Well, you were about to accept the first $10 million offer that came along.
Oh?
In the meantime, though, I've got to phone Mrs. Toops about something. Don't order any yachts till we can look at them because I want to be sure the porthole was right.
Okay, good. There goes a good kid. She's undoubtedly got... Uh-oh. Come in.
Hi, mister.
Oh, hi, Teeny. I'm sorry I haven't got time to talk to you today. I got a big deal cooking. Millions of dollars involved.
Oh? Then you haven't got time to fix a wheel?
No, not today.
Gee. Well, I hated to bother you, mister, but you've been so nice about fixing wheels for us little children and...
Now, look, sis, after today, I'll be able to hire all that stuff done.
Oh?
Because I won't have time to do it personal.
I know, but, gee...
Well, you'll have to admit I've been pretty patient. I've been a pigeon for every flat wheel in this neighborhood. I fixed the wheels on your tricycle, and I fixed the wheel on your roller skates and on your coaster wagon.
Yes, I know, mister, but I bet...
That was when I was just sort of a man of leisure, Teeny. Fixing toys and stuff. No. Just toss you youngsters a few $20 bills and say, here, sis, go buy a new one.
Oh? Yeah, but, gee, this isn't for me, mister. This is for you.
For me? I thought you wanted me to fix a wheel.
Sure. The back wheel on your car out by the curb, a truck just backed into it and smashed it.
Huh?
Well, so long, mister.
What? Why? My car. Why, so what? I'll buy a new one. In solid gold. I'll be so rich I'll have...
The King's Men and Misha, Yasha, Tasha, Stasha.
We really think you ought to know that we were born right in the middle of Jersey City. When we were 3 years old or so, we all began to play the fiddle in Jersey City. 1, 2, 3, 4, bang, bang, bang. When we began, our notes were sour until a man, Professor Hour, set out to show us one and all how we could pack them in to Carnegie Hall. Temperamental, continental gentlemen are we. Misha, Yasha, Tasha, Sasha, fiddly-diddly-diddly. Shakespeare said, what's in a name? With him we disagree. Names like Johnny, Jack, or Joe never bring the heavy dough. Just Misha, Yasha, Tasha, Sasha, fiddly, 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 dee. Temperamental, continental gentlemen are we. Misha, Yasha, Tasha, Sasha, fiddly-diddly. We give credit where it's due, but then you must agree that outside of dear old Fritz, all the fiddle concert hits are Misha, Yasha, Tasha, Sasha, fiddly-fiddly-dee. Fiddly-fiddly-dee. Fiddly-dee.
McGee, about that mess you were boiling on my kitchen stove.
Don't worry about it, kiddo. It's working. I took it down to the basement for the next phase of the operation, though. It's in process.
I know, in process of making the basement unlivable.
Well, I'll admit it did smell up the kitchen a little, but you can't make an omelet without busting a few eggs, you know.
Yeah, but that stuff...
Boy, when I think of the money we'll get out of this thing, by George, I'll make old Doc Gamble eat them words.
What words?
He says I'm so tight I hum in a high wind. He didn't know he was talking to a potential millionaire, so... Now, don't forget, baby, this thing is top secret. Not a word to anybody.
Scout's honor, dearie.
Yes,
the
sir.
only way your secret could be dragged out of me is if somebody asked me a direct question.
Good. Come in.
Oh, for goodness sakes, Mr. Oldtimer.
Oh, hi, old-timer. Nice to see you again. Before we move...
Hi, Johnny. Hi, daughter. Hi. Move. You moving, kids?
Well, if we are, it's news to me, Mr. Oldtimer. Where are we moving to, McGee, if it's not a secret? And if it is, I've got one for you, too. We're not going.
Well, I thought this was a pretty modest home for one of the world's wealthiest inventors. I'd like to take a park house on 10th Avenue or maybe have Frank Lloyd Wright build me one of them modern bungalows of his. You know, with the roof sticking out of a hill and a trout stream running through the bedroom. That appeal to you, old-timer?
Sure does, Johnny. Might even build me a place next door to you.
Yeah.
Like to have me a nice French chapeau with 10 bedrooms and a bird bath. I got a parrot that gets kind of dirty.
Wait a minute, Mr. Oldtimer. The word is chateau.
Oh.
And a chateau is a pretty expensive thing to build.
Yeah, if you had the dough, I'm going to have those.
Johnny, I will. I'll have more.
Yeah?
You know what I've just done? Sunk my life savings, $285.50, into a textile corporation. Makes the finest textiles in the world, and the dividends are...
Old-timer, look, I got bad news for you. I just invented a process for making cloth out of paper. In 60 days, your textile outfit will be obsolete. I'm sorry, old man, but business is business, you know.
You invented a... Well, Johnny, thanks for telling me. That changes my whole plan. Well, excuse me now. I got to run down and see my broker.
Oh, you don't have to sell your stock in such a hurry because...
Sell? Daughter, sell? I'm buying.
Huh?
I'll hock my tandem bicycle, my stereopticon, and Bessie's imitation turquoise Indian bracelet.
What?
I've seen Johnny's inventions before. If he's invented a way to make cloth out of paper, the best buy in America is a company that makes cloth out of cloth.
I wonder what company that is, because I've got a little money that Aunt Sarah... McGee, where are you going?
I got to go down in the basement and check up on my pulp. It might be ready to iron out into cloth. I'll be right back, kiddo. Don't go away.
All right, dearie. Ah, there goes a good kid. One of these days, he's liable to invent something that will make him a fortune. But don't go to town for a town car yet, Mrs. McGee, because you never know what he's...
Hey, Molly, I done it. It works. I done it. I made cloth out of paper. Hand me the phone. I got to call Washington and get it patented. Quick, hand me the telephone.
Here, McGee, but what did you...
I threw the paper pulp and sulfate into the washing machine and mixed it for 2 hours. And look, cloth I got.
Yeah, but McGee, now...
Hello, operator. Give me Washington, D.C., the patent office. Then I want to talk to Truman.
Oh,
this thing is going to change our entire economy. Oh, boy, cloth out of paper.
But, McGee, the washing machine...
So everybody thought I couldn't do it, huh? Look at this, baby. Is this cloth or ain't it? You see? It tears.
Yeah, but, McGee, I didn't...
Yeah, I not only made cloth out of paper, but my cloth has already got buttons on it. Baby, we're really home with this one. Look. Look at that.
McGee, stop tearing up Mr. Toops' shirts.
Huh?
I took your stuff out and put it back in the boiler.
Huh?
Mrs. Toops wanted to use our washing machine.
You took out my stuff? You mean these are Mrs. Toops' laundry?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Hello? Patent office? You got any patents registered for a device that'll kick a guy in his own pants? Well, don't go away. I'll be working on one.
Fibber and Molly join us in a moment. The reason experienced homemakers get so much done in a day is that they know how to get better results with less effort. And that's why you'll find Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat on more than twice as many kitchen floors as any other brand of self-polishing floor wax. For you see, when Glow Coat's hard, brilliant surface protects linoleum, it not only shines with a luster that brightens the whole kitchen, it also saves hours of hard work otherwise required to keep it clean and attractive. There's absolutely no polishing with Glow Coat. Its regular use means far less hard cleaning and scrubbing. Dirt, dust, and grime don't get ground in. They whisk off at the touch of a soft cloth or dust mop. So you save work, save linoleum, save yourself when you use Johnson's new Glow Coat regularly. Put it on your shopping list for tomorrow.
You know, Molly, I still think that idea's got possibilities. I don't think cloth out of paper is very far-fetched.
No, it's only fetched as far as from the Bonton, dearie.
Huh?
We've got to get Mr. Toops some new shirts.
Yeah, but what that got to do with my new invention?
Say, give me a few pieces of green paper with pictures of Lincoln on them, and I'll go downtown and change them into cloth.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here. Good night.
Good night, all.
The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat, Racine, Wisconsin, and Brantford, Canada, bring you Fibber McGee and Molly each week at this time. Be with us again next Tuesday, won't you?
It cleans so quickly, dries so quickly, polishes so quickly that using it is almost as easy as dusting. That's Johnson's Cream Furniture Wax, the fastest wax polish money can buy. Actually, you can polish a large table or a radio cabinet in a minute or two when you use this super-speed wax polish. A few strokes with a soft cloth and it's clean. A few more and it's polished. And Johnson's Cream Wax contains no sticky oils to catch dust. Tomorrow, start using Johnson's Cream Furniture Wax. It's the fastest wax polish money can buy. Listen tonight to Big Town on NBC.